Today, I happened to call up the Tesla showroom in Atlanta, Georgia, and ask them about test driving a Model Y because I was kind of interested in doing so. And the person there told me that as of yesterday, as of July 18th, 2020, Tesla is now leasing the Model Y in addition to simply selling it. So that got me thinking, like, which one is the better idea? Should you lease one or should you buy one? And that's what I'm going to talk about today. Hey y'all, it's Dr. Know-It-All. This channel is dedicated to finding out whether I really do know it all or not. If you enjoy this, definitely make sure you mash the thumbs up button and for sure ask questions in the comments or at my email address. Either one is awesome. I love to answer them. As I said in the beginning, this one's sort of my deal today because I was really rather interested in discovering kind of by the numbers which makes more sense, lease or purchase. And I have my little cheat sheet. Yes, I do literally use the back of the envelope sometimes. So there you go. People actually do that. It's not a fake thing. I'll try to put this either in a graphic with this video or at least a picture in the comments or something like that so that you can sort of reference this all at once. But what I did was I looked at the Model Y and then I also looked at the Model 3. For both of them, the Model Y currently, the cheapest one you can get is the long range version of it, and the cheapest Model 3 you can get is the extended range plus or whatever the one is that's about $38,000. So the purchase price of the least expensive Model Y with all the base options and no extra stuff added to it is just below $50,000. It's $49,990. The Model 3 is in $38,000 or $37,990. Okay, so let's talk about the Model Y just by the numbers. The simplest version is if you lease it. So it's $4,500 down, $441 a month, and you're limited to 10,000 miles per year. So that totals out to $20,376. Okay, if you purchase the Model Y, obviously it's going to cost you more money up front. So the purchase price is, all of these are $4,500 down, and then $700 a month or $699 per month. So if you do that for 36 months, for 3 years exactly, just so we're comparing apples to apples, that would be $29,664. So that is just a little over $9,000 more than leasing it. Now, where the interesting part comes in is the resale. So I'm going to estimate that you can resell this for 80% of the purchase price. I think that's actually low. I was just looking at Best in Tesla. I think it was today or yesterday that they released an episode. I'll post a link to it down below. But he was saying that by all appearances, it's actually 90%. But let's be conservative. Let's just say it's 80% of the value of the car that you get back on reselling the car. So if we then take the amount of money that's left over, if you're doing a loan, and then subtract the resale value of the whole thing, what you end up with is you net $15,000 approximately out of that. So that means that the whole cost of the vehicle for 3 years is $15,000 or about $5,000 per year. Whereas if you lease the car, you're going to end up spending about $400 a year, somewhere in that range. Something around $6,500 per year. So that means that it's much more expensive to lease than to purchase. But of course, you've got a cash flow issue because during the time, you're going from spending $441 a month to $700 a month. So that's a big difference in price per month. So that means as you are using the car, it's costing you more, but in the end, it costs you much less, which is a pretty standard trade-off for leasing. Just for interest's sake, let's take a look at the Model 3. So the lease price is, again, $4,500 down and $371 per month. Again, you're limited to 10,000 miles per year. If you add that all up, you end up with $17,856 for 3 years, or just shy of $6,000 per year. And again, that's not including driving costs and all the other stuff. But again, if you're driving 30,000 miles, really you're charging it to fill up and that's it. I mean, you're not going to have to replace the brakes. You're not going to have to replace the tires, all of that stuff. So that's pretty much the cost aside from the energy to fill it back up again. The purchase price of the Model 3 is $519 per month. Again, that's if you do their loan with them, and $4,500 down. So that adds up to about $23,184 for all of this time. Then if you sell the car, of course, and assuming you're going to get 80% and you have to pay off the rest of the loan and all that stuff, that's going to net you around $11,000. So that means that you can subtract that from the cost of the car, and you're going to end up spending somewhere around just shy of $12,000 for the purchase price of the car. I estimated $11,782, but whatever. So anyway, so for the Model Y, to purchase it would be $15,000 over 3 years, or $5,000. To purchase the Model 3, including the resale, is going to cost you right around $4,000 a year. To lease the Model Y is going to cost you about $6,500 per year, and to lease the Model 3 will cost you about $6,000 per year. So all of these things kind of indicate to me that obviously if you have the cash flow, if you are able to support the larger purchase price, that buying the cars makes complete sense rather than leasing them. But if you're kind of stuck and you're thinking to yourself, I can't afford $700 per month to purchase a Model Y, well, then you have two choices. Number one is get the Model 3, because the purchase price of the Model 3 is only $80 more than the lease price of the Model Y. So that's number one possibility. The other one, of course, is just to go ahead and lease the car and realize the fact that you're going to not have anything to show for it after 3 years. And of course, you're also restricted to the 10,000 miles per year on both of the lease packages. So if that's an issue, and quite honestly, it would be for us because we tend to drive more like 15,000 miles per year per car. So that's obviously a problem for both of us in terms of that. So we would have to actually restrict ourselves in terms of using the Model 3 or the Model Y. I honestly think, after looking at all this stuff, again, assuming that we can afford this and all of this stuff, what we will probably do is sell our Mini Cooper, and we will probably purchase a Model 3, which seems to be a pretty reasonable trade between the two of them. The other option was to sell our CX-5, our Mazda CX-5, which is still a pretty new car, and so that's not the greatest idea in the world, and to purchase a Model Y instead, because, again, we're sort of apples to apples comparing them for their usage. But I think it looks like what we would like to go for, given our cash flow situation and everything, is probably to purchase a Model Y. And, we probably won't sell it in 3 years, but if we did, that would end up costing us somewhere around $4,000 to $5,000 a year to operate that car after everything's done. But of course, up front, we're going to be spending closer to $8,000 per year for the car. So that's a big bite to take out of our monthly income. But there you go. So we will see. We're definitely considering it, but I think that's what we're looking at this point, is probably for us it makes sense to purchase a Model 3 and to know that we can resell it at some point to make the money back that we need to. And I think if you had $700 a month at this point in terms of free cash flow, let's say you're paying like $550 a month right now for whatever car you've got a loan out for, you could then take that, resell it, assuming you get $4,500 back because you've got that much balance left in the value of your car versus what you're paying. That will pay the down payment, and then you just have to come up with an extra $150 per month for the Model Y instead. So anyway, that's my thinking about this. I would actually totally love to hear your comments in the comment section below. I know that our situation is just our situation. If you have a lot more cash flow, what do you think about that? If you have a very small cash flow, what do you think? I would be completely fascinated to find out what other people have done and what other people are planning to do. Is the Model Y now within your range because they've started offering the lease? That's an interesting question. I'd be interested to know the answer to that too. So by all means, definitely let me know in the comments. Also, make sure, again, if you enjoy this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and you subscribe to the videos, because there will be more to come. And as always, ask questions in the comments or at my email address, which is drknowitallknows@gmail.com. Till next time, bye-bye.